Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today is tip 68. And today's thought kind of came up after my live yesterday. I was thinking about when I was talking about how we don't recognize our changes and we have to think positively, like when I was trying on the shorts and I, in my head, thought they didn't fit and I needed to think positive. Well, I realized that even in that live, I said some things that were more on the negative side instead of on the positive. And what I had said is that no more artificial sweeteners. And the thing that it made me think about is that I still need to work on, and I think we all need to work on, the thoughts that we have. And by that, I mean that our mind follows our thoughts. And I think for too long, we have focused on thoughts that aren't moving us forward. The thoughts that we use kind of pull us back. And so I did some research for, like positive thinking or positive mindset. Mindset seems to be a word that comes up a lot, but how do we change our mindset positive? What does that mean exactly? So I kind of looked up some articles and I found an article in Thrive Global and in, I guess it's called Guam, GAIAM. And these articles were on how to reach your goals with the power of positive thinking and positive thinking strategies to eliminate negative thought patterns. And I think this is really important because when we're trying to achieve changes in our life, at least historically, I know that being a person that has always been trying to plan for what could go wrong, because that is kind of the nature of what I do, I haven't been focusing enough on moving forward. So that's what I want to do, is kind of change my thoughts so that I'm moving forward and thinking forward, so that when my mind is doing its thing in the background and I don't know it, it's working towards what I want to happen instead of what I don't. Sometimes this is kind of referred to as law of attraction, positive thinking, positive self-thought. No matter what you want to label it, it's about getting ourselves moving forward. I think too often our thoughts push us back and we got to keep moving forward. So some of the things that kind of came up in this, and what I'm going to try to remember is when there's a habit I'm trying to change that's related to my food, I don't want to put myself in a place where I'm lying to myself, but I want to use words that are forward in motion. So instead of saying no artificial sweeteners, I'm going to say things like, I enjoy hydrating my body with just plain water. Because it's healthy. I enjoy plain water because it's healthy for my body. And then it'll be, I like drinking plain water. I love drinking water. And not even plain, get rid of the word plain. I love drinking fresh water. I love drinking pure water, but start slow. Start with I enjoy hydrating with fresh water. I enjoy the health benefits of hydrating with fresh water. I enjoy fresh water. I love fresh water. I think it's a progression, but it's a shift in how we think so that our mind and our bodies are moving forward towards the goals instead of that stumbling. And I think sometimes that causes the stumble because we go into that negative place. So it's a twist of our thoughts, a turn of the way we look at things that'll help us move forward. If you have a negative thing come your way, instead of feeling like a failure, it's, oh, that was great feedback. Going forward, let's think about this in a positive way, spin things. I can do this next time. I can do this next time. I enjoyed doing this because it worked better this time. So I think we just have to keep shifting our thoughts to keep us moving forward, because if we've failed at weight loss, it's because our mind hasn't been in the right place. We haven't been in the right place. Our mindset hasn't been in the right place. So we all know these things, and that's what we have to do, is kind of shift. So remember, when you're giving yourself feedback, it's not about failure. It's about, oh, that's a great thing. This is what I'm going to do to shift forward. I'm going to drink fresh water because I know that it's a better tool for my body, and you'll eventually get to a point where you really enjoy it. I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to grow and improve. I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying learning. It's fun. It's also kind of mentioned, like if you were having a financial thing, like maybe you had, I had to do some repairs in the basement just for something that shifted. And it, like it said, because I've been saving for a car, I had the money to manage an uncontrolled emergency. So shifting that thought so that you don't go, oh, this bad thing happened. Just keep shifting. It's not easy, and I thought I was really good at it till yesterday. I realized, oh, I'm still saying negative thoughts, so I have to twist them. And we all have to twist them. I think too often we became proactive and we didn't shift our thoughts when we needed to. So remember, instead of taking criticism, just say great feedback, what can shift, but in a positive thought pattern, like, oh, what can I do to grow? I'm going to fuel with natural waters. Vision boards, I've talked about vision boards before. I love vision boards, and it says put those positive things on a vision board. It will keep you moving forward. Practicing gratitude, that goes back to even one of Doc V's challenge fundamentals. Meditate, gratitude, water, and smoothies. And gratitude changes your mindset because it shifts you in a positive thought pattern, which is a great tool to use. So I am thankful and grateful for a job. I am thankful and grateful for a home. I'm thankful and grateful for a car. I'm thankful and grateful for my family. It just kind of shifts you into that positive, which builds momentum to keep you thinking positive going forward. Another thing to eliminate that negative mindset is avoid absolutes and exaggerations. You want to say things instead of like saying, I always mess up my diet. I always eat the wrong thing. Just say, in the past, I've often eaten too much, but I am getting so much better at what I eat. I'm getting better each day, each week, each month. And then it'll be that more often you're doing the positive instead of the negative. Halt the negative thoughts immediately. If you start hearing yourself with a negative internal thought, critique, stop it. Instead of the I didn't, I can't, I won't. I like, I enjoy, I love. And I think that's kind of like a good pattern. Maybe something isn't going to feel natural at first and you don't want to exaggerate, but maybe it's, I like fueling my body with all natural water. I like the taste of all natural water. I really enjoy all natural water. I love water and how it makes my body feel. Look at the positive. Look at the good, accentuate the positive. I think too often, those of us stumbling on this weight loss journey look at our failures instead of our successes. And I recognized that yesterday. And then even in saying it in my live yesterday, I still had some statements that were negative. And I'm like, I still have to work on it. But you know what? That's okay. Feedback I gave myself is, oh, you know what? You had a couple thoughts out there. So that you got to work on that. That's the one. So you got to kind of flip it. And that's just something we have to do to ourselves. It's okay to blow it. We all know that sometimes things are blown, but really if something is blown, it's just an opportunity to learn something new. It's some feedback and you can move forward. So I think getting rid of that word failure, just a chance to make a change and to move forward. That's a great, great, great tool. This next item they talked about is don't bully yourself. We teach children the little train that could. Maybe as adults, we need to remember the little train that could. I think I can. I know I can. I can. I will. I will. We have to shift from the fail thought pattern. That failure was just a lesson learned and keep moving forward. Encourage yourself with constructive suggestions. Next time, I'm going to do a bigger water bottle. Next time, I'm going to add ice. Next time, I'm going to drink a 20-ounce bottle of water before I eat my meal. Just give yourself next time positive ways to help you reach your goal and eliminate that I failed, I can't do it. Remember, as adults, we're going to reintroduce the little train that could, because we can and we will. Lose the guilt. That's another item they think. Too often, again, we think negative, we have the guilt. We have to shift our thoughts as much as possible. And I didn't realize I still had some of those negative thoughts till I re-listened yesterday. So lose the guilt. It says kind of get rid of the statement, I'm sorry. If you need to apologize for something, I apologize. But that word, I'm sorry, is used too often, and that kind of shifts us into a negative place. So lose the word, I'm sorry, and If you need to apologize, just apologize and move forward. The other critical thing is you're only responsible for you. Stop worrying about everybody else. You can't make the person next door happy. You can't make your family members happy. You can't make your siblings or your parents happy. You are responsible to make yourself happy, and maybe by you being happy, it will shower over them and they'll become happy too. But you can't make them happy, so you may as well stop trying to make other people happy. Then it says, learn to accept compliments. And I know that's a hard one for myself and for others. If somebody offers you a compliment, say thank you. It's hard to do. Good morning, Catherine. It's hard to do, but accept that compliment. Let bygones be bygones. What happened in the past is over. Let it go and move on. Focus on what's possible. I didn't realize until I thought about it yesterday that I still hold on to some negative thoughts, and they're not productive, they're not helpful, they're not useful. So in these next months, I'm going to try to recognize them, because I've released a lot of them in the past year, but I've got to continue to release them and shift as much as possible all my thoughts positive. So just kind of as a refresher before I sign off, today's tip is about, we always talk about mindset, and I realized yesterday I'm still holding some negative mindset. And I need to continue to identify those negative thoughts and shift them so that they're moving me forward. We talk about mindset, but we don't always talk about how. And that's what Dr. V talks about a lot, is how do we shift that? And we use meditation and gratitude. But I was reading these articles and didn't even recognize yesterday when I said, don't use artificial sweeteners. Well, I could word that differently, and it feels good to my body when I drink water without additives. I like how I feel when I'm fueling my body with natural foods. I like how I feel. And eventually it's I love, because we all know that the more we do something, the more it feels better. So just a reminder of the kind of tips in the articles, Thrive Global. These are positive thinking strategies, and it's about shifting your mindset, and meditation is a great tool for that, and gratitude journal is a great tool for that. But remember, and when something is coming to you as a criticism, just turn it as a feedback. As a feedback, what are you going to do next time? But don't shift to that negative mindset. Keep yourself progressing forward. Instead of saying I failed at something, I'm getting better, and this is what I'm going to do to keep moving forward, because we got to keep that flow forward and stop allowing ourselves to fall back. If you had an emergency repair you had to do, instead of, oh, I had this terrible thing happen. Hey, I've been saving money for a new car. It was great because I had that money to work towards a repair that was unexpected. Shift your thought forward. Vision boards. We all know I love vision boards. I know there's one in the background over here. So vision boards can put pictures up which will remind you of the positive thoughts of where you're headed. Practice gratitude. We know that. That's one of our fundamentals in Doc V's challenge. Writing it kind of reprograms your mind, and it's part of that helping you to remember to think positively. So remember, I'm thankful and grateful for my family. I'm thankful and grateful for my animals. I'm thankful and grateful for my job. I'm thankful and grateful for the little animal I see outside. I'm thankful and grateful. It just kind of rewires your thought patterns. Another thing they were reminding us of is avoid absolutes and exaggerations. So I'm going to kind of think when I need to shift a thought, instead of going, I love, like say someone who's trying to let go of artificial sweeteners, instead of, I love fresh water, maybe it's just, I like giving my body water, pure water with no additives, because I know I'm fueling it better. And then it'll become, I like water, fresh water. I enjoy fresh water, and then eventually I love fresh water. But let that natural, don't try to exaggerate yourself into it, just recognize the small steps along the way. So I'm going to kind of remember that when I'm flipping things. What do I like about it? Then it'll become something I enjoy, and then it'll become something I love. Look for the positive and look for the good. Accentuate the positive. Again, we keep falling back. What did I say yesterday? No artificial sweeteners. Instead of, wow, it feels great when I give my body pure water. You know, it's not working to get rid of those additives. And I need to shift that. And I need to recognize more when I am going to that negative place. The other thing is, it's okay to blow it. And I don't even like that. That's not a positive statement. When things, there are opportunities for a lesson, an item that can help progress us forward. So there's no failures, there's just lessons that will help us to move forward. So just remember, anything that seems to be a little stumble is just a chance to step up and redirect a little bit and get closer to your goal. So it's just a little fork in the road to help you find a better direction. So it's not a blowing it, it's just a fork, and it makes you see that there's a roadblock or a fork in the road so that you can make a decision on where to go that'll push you forward. And then that don't bully yourself. I'm going to remember, maybe I'm going to find a picture of the little train that could, because we teach children, I know I can, I know I can, I can, you know, but we don't do that as adults. As adults, we kind of beat ourselves up. So we need to revisit the little train that could. I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I can, I can, I can. We can and we will. And then encourage yourself, encourage yourself. Next time, this is what I can do. I'm going to move forward. I hit that roadblock. Okay, this is what I can do to move forward. Do I need to buy a zero filter for my water because it tastes a little bit better and I drink more water? You know, what can you do to keep moving forward, thinking positive, not negative? Lose the guilt and remember that you're not responsible for other people. If you need to apologize for something, apologize, but they say eliminate that word I'm sorry, because too often we use that to hold on to negative. Remember, you're only responsible for you. You can make yourself happy, but you're never going to be able to make other people happy. So know that they have to come to the decision that they want to be happy. And if they don't decide, you can't force them to. Maybe by you being happy, they'll see how it makes you feel and then they'll want to follow suit. But again, it's them that has to decide they want to be happy. Learn to accept compliments. And I know for a lot of us that is difficult. So just learn to accept them, feel good about them, and then move forward into something wonderful for the day. Let bygones be bygones. Holding on to past negatives just hurts your heart. Let them go. And then focus on what's possible. You know, it's kind of exciting. Drinking the water, COVID, losing weight during COVID, and now we're opening to a better weather and there's more time to be outdoors. And I want to focus on how much can I accomplish in the next 6 months, and what can we all accomplish in the next 6 months? What can we make happen in the months ahead? You know, fueling my body with water, fueling my body with fresh fruits and vegetables, planning what the garden is going to look like, planning, you know, little trips with family, planning that positive outlook, that positive life, and that feeling good about myself. I didn't recognize until I re-listened, because all of a sudden it dawned on me, I am still using some negative thoughts, which is a negative mindset. So I'm going to try to catch myself and keep shifting those negative thoughts to something positive that can help push me forward. So remember today, I think you're all amazing. I'm so glad that we're all on this journey together. Every single one of you has helped me. I appreciate that you listen. I appreciate that you're sharing this with me. And I hope that we all are finding ourselves in an amazing place every single day. We deserve and we want to move forward in the best possible life. It's time. It's time to take our mindset, keep it in that positive place and move forward. So I'm going to focus today on trying to stop and change the way I word things if I recognize that it isn't a positive mindset forward, because my brain is amazing and it really tries to do what I want, but I give it the wrong words too often. So thank you so much for listening. And remember, halt it as soon as you recognize if that thought isn't moving you forward. Halt it and reword it a little bit. Maybe you just like fueling your body with that green smoothie. Eventually, you'll like the taste of it, and then eventually you'll love how it makes you feel and how it tastes. So it might be small steps. I like, I enjoy, and then eventually I love. So thank you. I love that you've been here with me, and I hope that your day is filled with beautiful flowers, roses, compliments, and people. Thank you. Thank you so much, Catherine. I hope your day is beautiful. Thank you.